Hey guys, what's up? My little bottle boat with a wooden cross frame just got a huge upgrade. And honestly, I've got way higher hopes for it now. So today I'm trying something a bit crazy. Can this modular bottle boat cross a 1.3-kilometer lake using nothing but the wind? No motors, no electronics. I think it's a super fun challenge and the perfect way to see what this new frame can really do. In the earlier videos, I built a super simple boat, just 2 wood planks and 2 bottles. It worked fine, cheap and easy. The episode 5, I swapped the planks for sticks to make it modular. It kinda worked, but we ran into an issue. Wood swells when it gets wet, which means once the boat hit the water, the frame basically seized up and couldn't come apart. So I ditched the wood and replaced everything with 8mm carbon fiber rods. Super light. Once I built the frame, I even towed it behind the old wooden boat to test. And honestly, it floated just as well as before. But the weight dropped from the 1500 grams to about 1300, which is a huge win. The new cross frame makes it way more flexible. I built a quick release joint out of a bike skewer, so the cross shape can rotate into a long stick, and just like that, it fits in my backpack in seconds. I also 3D printed some connectors, like this block. It stiffens up the rods and makes me extra screw points. What about this clip? No screws at all. Just snap it on and I can mount electronics right to the frame. Remember when I used a steel ruler and magnets before? Well, now I've got a little tube filled with round iron plates, about 200 grams total. Easy to move around, or I can just print a bigger tube if I need more weight. I even made a mount for a tiny N20 motor. Clip it on when I need it, take it off when I don't. So yeah, this carbon frame isn't just lighter, it's expandable. I think this is the first real evolution of the bottle boat. So I gave a name, Cross River. It moves slow, kind of like a sightseeing boat. What do you think? Drop a comment down below. Alright, let's get into the challenge. Since the lake is 1.3 kilometers wide, the idea is simple. Launch from one side and let the wind carry it to the other. So I pulled off all the electronics, the motors, the battery, everything, and I built a real simple sail of the plastic bag, mounted on 2 carbon rods. I messed up once. I cracked the end of one rod during setup. Turns out carbon fiber is strong along its length, but weak at the ends. Luckily, I had clips that held it together. I also stuck on 2 little flags, one yellow, one green. That way, even from far away, I can tell which way the boat's facing. This sailing version, I call it crosswind. The boat was ready. Now I just needed the right wind. For days it was dead calm. Then finally the forecast said, tomorrow level 3 winds from the west. Score! So I pulled out the map and realized the lake was way trickier than I thought. It's massive, surrounded by thick reeds, and there's even a road slicing through, splitting it into 2 smaller lakes. With west wind, I'd have to launch from the west side and aim for the east, but most of the shoreline is just reeds. Launching is fine. Recovery? Almost impossible. If crosswind drifts out of sight, it's gone. And those islands in the middle? If the boat hits one of those, it's game over too. So I marked 2 launch spots that looked okay. If the wind shifted a bit northwest, the odds of hitting an island would stay pretty low. Plan set, time to head out. But first, I wanted to test in a smaller spot. So that morning, I took crosswind to a nearby river. It's long and narrow, about 600 meters by 50. Most banks are clear of reeds. Perfect test site. No current, since the water gate was closed, so all the ripples came from the wind. Forecast said west wind, but look at the waves. Honestly, it felt like east. I couldn't tell for sure, so I just watched the reeds to judge. First launch from the west bank, the boat just blew back to shore. So I crossed over, launched again. This time it worked. Crosswind drifted out toward the middle. From the sail, I could see the wind pushing southeast, but then the wind shifted. The boat turned back, hit the bank, then somehow pushed itself back out again. It kept hesitating, like it just didn't want to go too far from shore. I realized the wind wasn't consistent. The surface ripples showed one direction, but local gusts kept changing. That's why the boat never stayed straight. The farthest it got was maybe 4 meters offshore. It's a 50-meter wide river that's still hugging the bank. But hey, that's enough proof for now. The seal does work. And if you want to see me push this thing to the big lake, make sure you hit subscribe so don't miss it. Okay, here's the next stop, the big lake. And right away, I could feel the wind was stronger. Level 3 wind is around 12 to 19 kilometers per hour, or about 3.4 to 5.4 meters per second. If that wind blew straight across, it would cover the 1.3 kilometers in about 4 to 7 minutes. Of course, the boat's slower. Online, I read sailboats usually move at 50 to 80% of the wind speed when going downwind. So even at the slowest, crosswind should cross in about 15 minutes. I tested about the flags. Yep, straight west wind. This is it. But here's the issue. Almost the entire shoreline was blocked by tall reeds, 2 to 3 meters high. Even if the boat made it across, we wouldn't see it, and there's no way to reach it. I kept moving toward my planned launch spot. On the way, I found a little opening in the reeds. Looked like a launch spot, but across the lake, still just solid reeds. Didn't want to risk it. Finally, I reached the dividing road between the two lakes. It's a neat spot, east shore of one, west shore of the other. On the east side, the wind blew right at me, so I launched just to test recovery. The boat drifted back, but honestly, 95% chance it would get stuck in reeds. Then I tried the west side. In theory, the wind should carry it out. But underwater reed stalks were still there, hard as sticks. Even with the trekking pole, I couldn't push the boat past them. In the end, I did make it to my original launch point. It was clear enough to drop crosswind in, but across the lake, still nothing but reeds. So I played it safe and didn't launch. I had no way to guarantee recovery. So yeah, I gave up the lake crossing for now. Even though the challenge didn't work out, I still learned a ton. Best option, have a manned boat for recovery, then losing crosswind wouldn't matter. And also, even if I want to test it wind only, the boat itself still needs backup power. That way, if it's about to drift into reeds, I can kick it in the motor and steer it back. So yeah, this challenge didn't succeed, but it gave me a ton of experience. Next time I'll bring an upgraded crosswind and try this lake again. See you in the next one.